Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Kind of like a community style video, talking with subscribers and stuff like that about the hobby, what got them into it and so on and so forth, because I think that'll be kind of fun to do. So today we're joined with, do I call you Mr. Pot or...
Yeah, it's good.
Alright, so today we're joined with Mr. Pot. He's one of the members on the Discord server. So, hi, dude. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Mr.Pot or Potion. I I'm not in the hobbies for so long, but I'm a dedicated Age of Sigmar player, and in fact, in the Czech community from where I hail, from Great Czech Republic, I am small fish that organize few small events. For example, uh, right now there will be where is recorded today from like there will be small festival of tabletop playings, and I will represent the Warhammer section of whole of the like tabletop. I or simply said I'm organizing a tabletop part of like tabletop festival.
Cool, cool. That sounds really fun. So, like, you're going to be showing people Age of Sigmar. Will you be showing stuff like 40Ks too, or just Sigma?
Yes, well, uh, due to some organization issue, sadly the Age of Sigmar didn't have the time, or the guys that do it normally didn't have the time this year. We have the kill team for 40k, but on the other hand, we have like buttload of different smaller stuff. For example, we have guy that do dungeon crawling with the miniatures, like some almost homebrew thing from uh, bygone ages, if I remember correctly. Um, yes, from fantasy we have in fact the Dreadfleet
Oh, wow.
this this year. Uh, my friend, in fact, from the club that I use play in, um, he finished debating the all of the fleets. So he asked, or I asked if he can present it, and he said yes. So
That is super cool. I mean, Dreadfleet is like, wow, man, that is going back a time, isn't it?
yes,
Wow, that's actually incredible. I haven't played a game of Dreadfleet in like
yeah.
5 years.
I also wasn't blessed with it, but I saw some of the pictures that he took from some test plays that he have. It was really fun.
That's incredible. Right, give me a sec. I'm
Yeah.
just going to give my animal some water. There we go. So we're recording this kind of live, so it's not going to be heavily edited and stuff like that. We're just going to have a little bit of
Yeah.
fun. But that is brilliant, honestly. The idea of Dreadfleet, you've got
Yeah.
to make sure to show us pictures on the Discord server. That would be freaking awesome.
Well, my phone is always ready, and it have a good camera, so there will be always a lot of
Ah, that's
free to use also.
that is awesome. Honestly, that is super awesome. So when did you get into the hobby then?
Um, I would say circa 2014, maybe even earlier.
Right.
Um, my first miniature I paint probably on one of the like showing, or it was like some new club or similar to that. I paint the goblin. It was night goblin, poor night goblin in the pinkish colors. Yeah. But from there I managed to get my hands on the Blood Island box. Uh, managed to paint few models, and then the whole of the fantasy died.
Yeah. Sad day.
Uh, yes, and partially it was a blessing in disguise, because I managed to get hold of many and many Skavens and different model of Skavens, and my first Screaming Bell is in fact from that period of time when everyone was like, "Oh my God, he's crashing down. We sell everything, we burn everything. Fuck it." And yeah, it was a difficult time for many people. Some people took it a little bit more hot-headed, but well, I managed to grab most of my Skaven miniatures, in fact.
Yeah, I remember the end times. I took a break. I got really fucking angry. I admit that I got angry, and I took a break. I had to. I was not willing
So do,
to do much.
yeah, in fact, so do I, and the whole community in my city, in fact, do the same. Uh, it was extreme breakout, and many people left the hobby. In fact, the local hobby shop and hobby shop, hobby club,
Mm.
uh, got extreme dive, and it never recovered. In fact, they still hold the no Age of Sigmar policy. uh, Mostly, yes, but uh,
Well,
yeah,
I understand them into that respect because a lot of money was lost for hobby shops and stuff.
yes, and clubs, in fact, like those guys that I thinking about one particular guy. He have this giant uh, chaos army, and he have almost everything that chaos could provide, even the end time things. Small contagion of the Skavens for the Grand Alliance of Chaos.
Yeah.
His goddamn heavy cavalry, the Chaos Knights and the Blood Crushers of Khorne, and oh my, that I think he have like two full units of 20 of both, and some other like yes, 2 units of 20 of Khorne Knights, and I think 4 units of Knights of Chaos for every god.
Wow.
20. He was dedicated to the hell, and um, I think if he was a little bit more fiery, he would be one of the guys who just burned the shit down. He didn't take it really well because
Yeah.
um, well, he took it well at first, but then the Age of Sigmar happened, the early Age of Sigmar happened,
Mm-hmm.
and the guys who have prevailed, cool-headed, just burn like the fire slayers. Like they it was bad times. It was really bad times for local community. It was bad times all around. And for me, it was also bad because I was fucking furious. I didn't touch the hobby for I think until the 2016 rules come around for Age of Sigmar,
Yeah.
and only after I try almost everything else in the market. I try Infinity, I try Kings of War, I tried really briefly. I tried to make Warrior. Um, Many others that are small released like what is the uh the one with ships, the steampunk one,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
the Spotian War,
Yeah, yeah.
or something. I also tried it. I small indie stuff for from um like Kickstarter and such. And in the end, like I always look at the 90%, 98% finished Screaming Bell, and I couldn't help myself always hearing the bell ringing for me. So I come back to Age of Sigmar much more cool-headed. When the points come, I must say, I waited for the points, and it was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah.
um, the um, when I realized like, wait a second, looks familiar. Where I see this? Didn't 8th edition 40k came and it's really similar?
Mm-hmm.
And so I start prodding. I start asking around. I was fortunate enough that I, for example, got to know. a YouTuber known as Lord Master of Zotek
Mm-hmm.
through one of the game that he have, and from him I got to know other guys like um, Skaven Dan. It's he have like Skaven radio show uh, on internet really far back. He and people like him, people like these guys who played from almost first edition. And I asked them, and I ask around guys who are from Britain. I ask, have you been in the shop? Did you know anything? And interesting things come like from my small investigation. For example, it was always struck to me, Age of Sigmar is really similar to the 40k thing. Well, the funny thing is, Age of Sigmar was a testing ground for 8th edition.
Yeah, that is definite.
It is. And the thing is, they have this beautiful world. They have a 9th edition prepared, in fact.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was like yes, the end time would happen. Chaos would probably win, but they have this whole thing prepared after this. Like this skirmish based thing. Almost skirmish based, or smaller, because they saw that they could not sell the grand army they have, so they tried to shrink it a little bit. But something happened. Like, from what I gathered, it was either the CEO, the board, or something inside the testing grounds. They got it too quickly. They just say, like, drop the guillotine. Like, we don't have the time.
Yeah.
And so they just release it what they have, trying to stitch it together like the abomination from World of Warcraft. And sadly, yeah, the result, for those who know, they know the result. It was abysmal. It was unplayable. The rules were jokes. The story didn't make sense, and when they tried to make it sensible, it was just falling on their faces.
However,
And yeah,
I'm not going to... Actually, this is going to be something very, very rare, yeah? I'm going to defend Age of Sigmar here. So that everyone can be shocked. We had... Yes, gasp. We had editions where shit like that was that ridiculous for Warhammer Fantasy.
I heard, yes. It was 4 to 5 or something around that time.
Hero Hammer, yeah.
Yeah. On that note, I would say that it was evolution in the setting. Like, yes, I heard a glorious time when you can put Skaven weapon teams to unit, and the great great flamethrower Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I heard many other funny things from that time. The Lizardmen doing their thing, completely breaking the game for a few editions.
With Tomb Kings, you'd play Arkan the Black and you'd instantly basically win.
Yeah, and the Bretonian boost that was never really fixed.
Yeah.
I have the unfortunate fortune to play against it a few times. 40 units strong Plague Bearer unit could not stop it. It just straight through it.
Oh lord, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
The thing is, GW have always had the issue when they're creating new games where they'll make stupid rules. What threw me off Sigmar, because I tried it. I did try it. I got first edition. I was like, well, look, I'm going to give it a shot. People are still playing Fantasy here, but at least it gives me a reason to play another game. And honestly, when I started seeing the stupid rules, I was like, oh, why? I thought we were past done this. I got really, really angry. I thought, like, Did Matt Ward write this bloody book?
Yeah, the dwarven rule. You have bigger beer, you have reroll, or
Yeah.
if you drink the things. God.
It was honestly
Uh,
terrifying.
I never, in fact, to this day, I never know if it was some inside joke. Was it real? Was it not?
Well, it was that, and there was the case of if you were playing as Marius Lightdorf, I think he had a different name or something like that, and you had to,
Oh yeah, the general. Oh
yeah, you had to talk to your
yeah,
imaginary horse whilst stroking your
riding on
imaginary,
it,
yeah, and then stroke.
drinking wine or
Yeah, I think you had to stroke the mustache too. It's like,
four things together, and you practically win because you have so many rerolls and stuff.
yeah, and I was there. I was looking at stuff like that. Like, this makes no sense to me. And
Yeah.
honestly, when I saw the gameplay style, I was a bit interested because I was like, well, skirmishing is kind of cool. Maybe it can work, and they'll have two different things. Where it'll be skirmishing and armies, because we had that in 6th edition where we had the skirmish game. We had Mordheim, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'll try give it a shot. But then I just looked at it, and like the little joke I made in a video recently, it's like it's just 40k with swords, you know.
It is.
And
Like,
if I wanted to play 40k with swords, I would literally play 40k.
and build like a full melee orc army, for example.
Exactly, and it's just like I couldn't understand it, you know.
Yeah, I fully understand because that was my stand when it first came out, and in fact, when the time I got it and started playing it, it was also the same because at the same time I tried to play 8th edition. In fact, it's interesting that I start with Skaven, then when Pestilence got their book, I played the Pestilence.
Yeah.
Pestilence Skaven guys clan, and the same time I built the Death Guard for 40k, so Papa Nergalbless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw the similarities when I learned it. Like, it was beyond obvious, and then once again something happened. I don't know what it is. I heard many speculation, but it turned. Somebody, the GW, got the idea. The idea was good, and the points, the skirmish, the whole everything that they try to bring back with the 2016 rules and beyond,
Yeah.
there are steps in the right direction. But the problem is that there are steps after the house burn and like the whole village burned, the city is destroyed, and you bombing behind you, and you start to making the steps to do better things.
It,
The community is burned, and it's rebuilding really slowly, at least in here and west from here.
it's still very
And
slow here, right? There is
yeah,
like I'm in a city of 30,000 people, yeah?
yeah,
We have a community that plays a lot of 40k, a lot of fantasy. I've joined the Age of Sigmar group 2 months ago or something like that. Not a word has been said in that group. It's a WhatsApp group, and not a single word has been said.
yeah.
No games have been played as far as I know. And I've asked. And the thing is, we're looking at it now, and we're in July now, we're mid-July, and over 140 games of Warhammer Fantasy have been played in this very small community of about 40 to 50 people.
Yeah.
And a lot of them don't want to play Sigmar because they say if they wanted to do that, they'll play 40k. I understand the Sigmar thing about skirmishers, but if that's the case, they could have brought back Mordheim. Mordheim sold very well. There's still tournaments going on for Mordheim. The creator of Mordheim literally just posted today on Facebook that he's had a tournament.
Yeah. I'm watching YouTube channel that is dedicating like one video per right now 2 weeks for Mordheim, and it's always fascinating too.
Yeah?
In my the club that I used to play, I said that I used to play, but I'm playing there, but it's not in this city. It's in the capital, in Prague.
Yeah.
it's like a little bit off, so I can do that like once per every few months because work and such.
Yeah.
But they literally have the table set for it. Like if somebody wants, boom, like not even hour, everything's set and ready to go. And when, for example, the skirmish rules for Age of Sigmar come out, the skirmish add-on,
Yeah.
I saw that, and at the time I was trying to like recreate it, the skirmish, like many other in Age of Sigmar, because it's just a one step to do that.
Yeah.
When that come out, I was in fact like, yes, I because the work I have, I don't have that much time. This would be excellent. I could like maybe get some few other people who play only like the normal tabletop games. It's 20 minutes, 40 minutes max if we go for something bigger.
Yeah.
And they didn't touch it. They come out with Path to Glory, one of the other things that I was always interested.
Yeah.
They didn't touch it. They put some new rules, not rules really, like upgrades for when the new codex come out or the battle book.
Yeah.
For other armies, there is always like here is a section for Path to Glory.
Yeah.
But they, for example, don't have their own book even. They have some booklets from first edition. The skirmish got small update. The update is in 2 White Dwarfs.
Yeah.
And to this day, even though I play Age of Sigmar, I literally next to me have my almost, I would say, some a little under 2,000 points in Nurgle army, plus another 15,500 points in Skaven, and another almost 2,000 points in Skaven's, like general Skavens,
Yeah.
or Skaven Tide right now. It's always this interesting feeling that, yes, I'm playing Warhammer, but it's not it's Warhammer Age of Sigmar. It's smaller, it's different, and it's unfinished. To this day, I feel it's unfinished. And for example, look through the campaign rules for the Realm Game Wars, the other thing that come out, the Soul Wars, and the last thing that come out, the Vaults.
Yeah.
Always just the one more thing that they could add in. But no, it's just this skirmish game that is completely unbalanced. They don't even try to balance it anymore.
Yeah, but that's always been GW though, and a lot of people.
Yes, I know. I know when I have the pleasure to play 8th edition again. 8th edition itself, the Lizardman magic block, the bus, the Great Wa, the many other things. If they play 8.5, the 8th edition end time version.
Yeah.
The crazy like scale spam.
4d6 worth of magic.
Yes. Empire artillery, dwarf artillery blocks, Hellstorm, Doomsday rockets, craziness.
Yeah.
I saw, because let's say I play with the players who were big combo players, and I saw many interesting cheesy builds. For example, I learned that the best build for my Skaven Warlord is the you hit yourself, if you know what that is.
Oh, the Warpstone Blade.
and warp stow armor.
Yeah.
On every save that you do hit back.
Well, and then that we had the banner of clan superiority, which was broken as hell.
Yes, and many other things. The 8th edition itself wasn't perfect, even though some people want to say it was. But still, you could not really win in the first turn on first turn of the battle.
Yeah, it changes a lot. You would be for a 6-turn game. It would honestly, it would go back and forth a lot depending on what you were playing.
Like on the end of the 6th turn, there probably would be like 1 unit at best.
Yeah.
But yes, it could go the whole 6 turns.
In most cases, but you've seen the battle reports. In most cases.
Oh yes, I know the 3-4. 3-4. It's the normal turn.
Yeah.
Normal turn when
And it works out really well. I mean, it is a very fun game, and it's an absolute shame that when people look at it now, you get a lot of Sigmar players going, "Oh yeah, well, it was unbalanced." It's like, yeah, it was unbalanced, but neither your game is not balanced either. 40k is not balanced either.
None of the GW stuff is, and by this point, I think by design.
Well, they do it on purpose. They do.
Yeah, exactly. Like when the whole Age of Sigmar came out, the Sigmarine Plague was really strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's face it. To this day, some builds are really strong. Not as much, but still. Right now, I do not deepkin fish builds. I really hate. I don't want to play against them because it's literally I'm in your face. Turn 1.
Yeah.
Turn 2. Half of your army is already dead. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I see it in 40k, because I do play a bit of 40k, right?
And yes, the 40k, oh my god, the 40k I respect fully, but when somebody put in front of me 4 Titans, some Lords of War and Celestine, I say no, I back and I go home.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
it's getting worse.
Not fun.
No, it's the case. You know, there's some tournaments now, like some basic tournaments that won't allow anything over 8 wounds.
Yes, and I can clearly see why. Because it's really broken.
Yeah, because the moment one person's got more money than you and he can afford a Forge World army, he'll come down with a Forge World army and you'll be screwed.
God. Oh, not even. I play a game when I was my dev card with Necrons because we didn't took the whole army. We play against what was it? Salamanders and Custodians.
Custodians. The moment you've said that, I already know how this is going.
The Salamanders it was combo players. I know he was, and he is goddamn really good at it.
Yeah.
He built this. When he set it up, for some reason I saw dwarfs. It was 2 units of supports with rocket launchers, with hunter killer missiles, with the special rerolls for salamanders. I think it was salamanders, or I think it was. In front of him was this beautiful line of just basic marines.
Yeah.
My poor unit of 14 plague marines got reduced to 2 in 1 turn of shooting. And I have buffed them, and they have like the Lord behind them. Still, they got reduced to 2. And I don't want to even say what kind of heretical things the custodians did to the poor Necrons. To be fair, the guy with the Necrons have a really blessed dice because I never also see so many Necrons rise again. And in the end, maybe only thanks to that, we lost only by 1 point, and only thanks to that my Typhus was still alive with 1 health, holding the point. Still we lost, but it was really funny. It wasn't enjoyable. It was complete stampede, and I enjoyed only because I was a little bit intoxicated. Slav. We drink and play. That was also the last time I played 40. I sold most of my Sisters of Battle. Not really after that. I sold them recently, but
Oh, why would you sell
I had
sisters though?
I was short on money, and I don't sell all of them. I still have most of the HQ choices.
Like, no, because they look cool, man.
Oh yes, the in fact the girls I paint I still have them, and I still have my free painted engines. Bless them. And I didn't really touch my 40k army. I right now, in fact, don't really even touch the poor Age of Sigmar army. Not because I don't wanna, it's because I don't have really time. But uh, that's topic for maybe another time. I talk too much. Please
Nah, nah.
ask me some interesting questions.
Well, I want to know about your community up there because I'm actually fairly curious.
Oh, community. By this point, from what I know, in my city there are 6 players active
Okay.
from at least 20. Some ended, some move on to different city, different clubs, some move away. Still, from thriving community to 6 players, it's not really healthy. The guys still play. In fact, I would, if I wanna, I can ask them on Facebook. They would set up the date and we could play still.
Yeah.
Um, but the closest active club is 50 kilometers in different city, almost hour or depends how the train is going fast, hour or two by train on both directions. Fuck.
Yeah.
Then in Prague there is almost I would with the new one there would be almost 5 clubs with one completely dedicated to Warhammer. In fact, it's the official third party non-official store for Czech Republic.
Yeah.
I have most friends in there. I have know the most community from there. I play most game in there. I play few tournaments by the guys from there. And in fact, these guys are really dedicated to their craft.
That is a great
I
thing to hear.
oh they from their ranks the Czech team that goes every year to represent us in 40k is from their peers think it bellies and
Yeah.
yeah they are fine guys. The other clubs I didn't have the pleasure to meet. I know few of them who goes to our club because they don't have the space to play, for example, Kings of War.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because this club isn't official. I saw so many other games. It's pretty normal. Every time I have the pleasure to be there, there is one table fully dedicated to painting. There is at least 2 tables for Kings of War or Fantasy to this day.
That's great.
On weekends there are tournaments on Blood Bowl, the original, the first edition and the second edition. 40k, it's almost always there. The X-Wings or Drop Feed also there. And I feel I would not have been blessed by seeing all of this if this was official show. Because of the strict rules of official show. I was going around few official shop when I was in Germany and in Vienna.
Yeah.
I sadly never went in, so I cannot comment on how it's inside. Other communities, there is small communities also in both of our larger cities. One that is close to the Austrian borders, the Brno,
Yeah.
and the other in the one that is bordering Poland, the Ostrava. I was in the Black Oil, the one that is on the Austrian border. Also, if it when I was there, in fact, it was some tabletop weekend, and some guys from local university have like this big tournament in all kinds of tabletop games. So yes, the community is small, is fractured, but is still there, and is slowly knitting itself together.
That's a great
Because
thing.
because from what I gathered, there was a really big community of fantasy players at one time. Then Kings of War come around and it started fracture. Then the guttering happened,
Yeah.
how we call it. And right now, for example, in Prague, in the Ogre's Den, the guys play. That's the place where I go to play Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Um, cannot comment on the others, but when I was in when I was in the Black Oil, the Brno one, they have these beautiful displays of everything, like Titans, the Imperial ship from X-Wings, dragons from every kinds of the games, um, and many more. Like I won't. If I have more time, I would probably play something, but at time I. But yeah, I am little guy sitting here at my computer, surrounded by many miniatures from not only GW, and I don't have anyone to play with outside of my family and few of my friends. Um, yeah, that's the situation. I sadly situated badly. If I was just a kilometer from the hill over, it would be better. I'm not. Still, I can just pack my stuff and jump on the train, and it's always under 2 hours. So that's also positive if you want to say.
You're surprised. It's surprising how far hobbyists will go just to get a game in. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, certainly.
I mean, I'm in a small location from my house to the war shop where I film the reports. That's literally a 5-minute walk. But then again, I live in a small peninsula where the if I walk for like 5 minutes, I'm in the other side of Gibraltar.
Oh,
So it's a bit easier, but it's incredible. I've seen hobbyists who travel. Like we had a game with this guy from Malaga that was 2.5 hours driving to get down here. You know.
it's because I have few people from Isles, and also I have many guys who play on the other side of the sea. In fact, from America. It's always fascinating to me to hear them. I just pack my stuff and jump to the car, and maybe 8 hours from now I will have my game. And I was like, what? Yeah, I just jumped to the car. Maybe on Saturday and maybe on the Monday I'm back. I have my few games and that's all.
As long as they're happy, why not?
Yeah, with me it's also at the time I could not understand, and now I understand when I literally to have a game or go to tournament, I pack my pack my Nurgle guys, pack my stuff, pack my paint supplies, jump on the train, and in 2.5 hours, 4 hours, and 200 kilometers, I'm there. It's it's interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
Also, the logistics that I could like I was forced to make before I buy the cases from GW and others. Like the the boxes that I made to put the Doom wheels, for example, or the Screaming Bell, so it would be fixed and not rattle around and destroy.
Hmm.
Oh my god! I may even like post some pictures of if I still have some around. I think I still have the one around with my old Screaming Bell.
That should be cool. That should be cool.
Yeah, it's
Is that the plastic one, or did you get the metal one?
the plastic one. I have the both of my Screaming Bells are plastic ones.
Right, right.
Well, the second Screaming Bell is Plague Furnace, but it's the same kit.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Um, if that's if I can, I maybe want to also say a little bit about the start collecting for Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Uh, my core of my Pestilent army is based from 1.5 of the Pestilent kit. That is the start collecting Pestilent. Um, 1.5 because I bought some Plague Monks separately
Yeah.
at the time, and until recently, until the second recent rise, I was even right now with the rise, I would say that the start collecting boxes are really good price wise because most of them are like double kits, triple kits even
Yeah.
sometimes with some of them, and with little bit of working. In fact, I from the one box of like start collecting pestilence, I got a unit of plague monks, unit of censer bearers, and plague furnace, and cannon. In fact, or plague rat apple.
Yeah, the plague claw catapult.
Yeah, but plague clock. Yes. Um, it's like the whole thing with the rise of like the raising of the costs.
Yeah.
I still don't understand
It's
because
it's
it's interesting.
it's greediness. It's greediness.
It's pure greed because there was a guy who made a beautiful graph, some guy from Australia, when they um, make the preparation for the contrast paints. When they like the month before, they raise the price of all the paints for like a pound or something like that. And he did this beautiful when graph when you can clearly see that they just anticipating inflation of the price for like 5 years
Mm.
to the future or even further. The guy is called the Outer Circle, guy from Austria, and he is one of the little bit more pissed guys on the GW because, well, it seems that Australia is having a really rough side of the shipping coin. Like they have like for some reason almost like 100% march on all of the GW products for some reason.
It's a massive shame. I mean, I was angry. I was honestly very angry when I saw the prices, because we're just keeping people away from the hobby. And
Yeah,
we actually posted this video online on Facebook and stuff.
I saw that.
And a friend of mine, Dom, the guy who helps me out with the channel, he got a lot of private messages sent to him. Basically, oh yeah, because you don't understand how economics works. I know we understand how economics works. There's one thing is the price of something going higher for value and so on. The other thing is greed.
Yes, and for me it's like they didn't learn. This is the same stuff that was before the end time.
Yeah.
Like they will push it so it will not be feasible to buy from them. And because we right now we are in the what was it called? The when they tried when the GW tried to grab everything and everything is ours, and they tried copywriting, the post copywriting lawsuit.
Yeah, that was a
When
fun time, wasn't it?
I laugh to this day, like copywriting shoulder pauldrons and halberds. What? Yes. It's like mind blowing.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they'll at least from that they learn a little bit. They learned the wrong lesson, I think.
Did they?
But
Did they?
I think the whole we cannot copyright it, we will cut it and remake it our own.
And
Okay,
wait, you forgot an add in Space Marines.
And adding the thing that is really popular in our other game. And to be completely sure, this is a really big backlash. Let's do the soft thing in our other game.
Mm-hmm.
Eldari and other silly stuff.
Eldari. You know, there's a theory that the 40k end times are coming.
Is not coming, it's happening.
Yeah, because it's the same stuff that's happened in the fantasy end times, like all the Eldar joining together, yeah?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny when you say it, when the 40k is in their 8th edition.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, 8.5 with the recent change.
It's very weird, isn't it? Just a little bit suspicious.
I will. I have my own theories about it, but
I mean,
they are too wild, I think.
we looked at it and it was just amazing, because obviously they can't copyright Space Marine, so they're changing it to the Primaris Space Marine to give it an extra name to it.
Yeah.
Then we got the Eldar joining together for the Inari, which is pretty much what all the Elves did with the Phoenix King, yeah?
Yeah.
Then we get all this new stuff with a new Chaos revamp. Oh look, that also happened in Fantasy. It's like, oof.
Yeah. But I think, this is one of my wild theories. I think they will not do the same thing they did for Age of Sigmar, because the backlash and because the guy who is right now in charge understand that yes, my hand is burned. I think I will not do that again. Maybe a little bit, but not completely. Like, yes, the signs are there. Matt Ward is still in the company, yes. And
Matt Ward
sadly,
needs to.
He is really the 6th Chaos Devil, the 6th Chaos God.
No. You know the whole thing about the Great Beast, right?
Oh, yes.
All the Chaos Gods are just an extension of one thing. That is Matt Ward.
Yes, exactly. When we end in the 40k, I would like to address one thing that I learned also when I was doing my small investigation, because I got in the prolonged conversations with like guy who play for a really long time. And I got my hand on not physical, but on the copies of PDF copies, 100% legit. GW do not strike me. Copies of the Liber Chaoticus, the whole book,
Yeah.
the Lost and Damned, and the other book, the first two books about chaos.
Yeah.
And I read them. I read them. I still didn't finish the Liber Chaoticus, the whole thing.
That's a great book.
Oh, beautiful! Like the whole thing is in fact a report of somebody.
Yeah.
But then, in fact, last week I opened White Dwarf, and at the start is small summarization of Chaos Gods for Age of Sigmar. And I read that. Like, it's about the gods in Age of Sigmar and different gods, and they are the four, the horn, and in fact there is also the Gokamorka.
Yeah.
Just thrown there because it's about gods, not only gods of chaos.
Yeah.
That's also interesting thing. But I read their summation, like it was like, what is this god? What is his worship? What is his favorite realm? AKA the realm that he, when Age of Chaos happened, what he fucked up.
Yeah.
And then something struck me. And when I got home, because I read it at work, when I got home, I looked like some summation. In fact, I think it was in the the 40k core book. I don't remember how is it called. I looked there for the Chaos Gods. And I asked once again few people. I remember what few people told me. They really dumbing down on the Chaos Gods. Korn used to be, for example, Blood and Honor,
Yeah.
not Blood and Carnage. Skulls for the Skull Throne was not just for the slaughter for slaughter's sake. That was the part of it, yes, but it was also how much honor the warrior have, how much skulls the more on the honor scale he was,
Yeah.
not on the blood scale. The Papa Nergal wasn't always this jovial guy. He was despair. Despair was one of his primary thing. No longer. In 40k, for example, Plague Marines have tentacles.
Yep.
That was Zinch's thing. The complete opposite of Norgo. In fact, right now, Zinch is just this meme. In fact, he became the meme that the internet make of him. He is just this all is planned. Like all is part of my plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's and thank God they didn't kill Slanesh. And thank God that Barsh didn't kill. In fact, it was funny. I predicted that they will release Slanesh before summer because they would not, because some sicko would not miss the opportunity to have Slanesh in.
I think they were
I
trying
was
to really kill Sinesh recently.
they try, but the Hiddenets, and I read them. I read them in my completely honest and 100% not stolen copy, and in
Cough.
cough in a physical book. Then my friend gave me
Yeah.
it. They change it, yes, but it's not that. And that's another thing. It seems they try to play Age of Sigmar for the long game when they fucked up recently. Like, okay, we fucked up. Okay, let's try something and let's play the long game. It's the whole. I'm coming back to Age of Sigmar. Back to 40k. The Slaanesh in 40k. I'm waiting because I believe this year or the next, the Emperor's Children will come back.
I freaking doubt that. I started an Emperor's Children army recently, expecting the change to be coming soon, and then nothing.
I think this may be next. I have some small birds telling me some interesting things, but the same bird tell me that Slaanesh came last year and she was mistaken. I have my doubts, but Slaanesh come out in the end, and it wasn't killing. It was, for Age of Sigmar at least, it was interesting twist, I must say.
Yeah.
And I still waiting for the 40k one because the things that I heard, like the Slaanesh Eldars and such, I don't believe them because with the things that the GW doing right now, it's interesting.
Well, we have a new we have a new Eldar god, so I don't think they're gonna change the Slaaneshi thing.
Yeah. But okay, 40k. 40k. Why the hell in 40k the primaries, aka the Sigmarines of 40k, they are not Marines. They are not Marines. They are not Imperium. They are Tau in disguise. Did you ever see how primaries play?
Yeah, they've got like 2 wounds. They're a bit stronger. They are pretty much Space Marines. They're Terminator lights.
Did you see them on table?
Yeah.
Did you see them physically? They are playing like a gun line.
Yeah.
If you want to win with them, it's a gun line.
Yeah.
They are Tau. They are Tau, but a little bit Imperium. They are Taumeris. They are not primaries. They are not Imperium. They are not Marines. They are Taumeris. Like, and they just releasing stuff for them by drop again. Like right now, they're releasing some kind of primaries strike force, like primaries infiltrators that look ridiculous, I must say.
Yeah.
There is on the wind rumors about like primaries heavy, like primaries terminators.
They're coming soon. They are coming soon.
Yeah, like wait, what? Okay. And what next? Will they continue their warp dust infused chaos releases? Will they finally look at real October, or
Nah.
will be also almost again the same wet fart like last time?
It's going to be like last time because they've never really cared too much about what they think, about what the fans think.
Will the bloody Eldari get finally their updates for their models?
Nope.
Their bloody Farseer is the same. Is the old model from like 2001 or older even?
Well, you heard my my rant on the price hike video.
Oh yeah.
The Poison Wing Globadier is 30-something years old.
Yeah.
You know, I'm bloody 27. It's older than I am, and they expect me to pay how much now? Are they putting for
£9, or I think €9 for one.
No, I think it's a bit more.
For one pistol.
Let's see.
Maybe with the rise it's maybe 10 or 12, but I think it was 9 when I was last look.
Let me check. I'm actually
and
on.
I should know because
Here we go.
I have
a Scryer Acolyte. £10.
Oh, fuck off. Sorry. Excuse me.
And it's still freaking metal.
Yes, I look recently, 1998. That skull is from the almost original Skaven from 1998. To be fair, is one of the best from there, but still 1998.
Have you noticed that the website changes now with the Skaven?
I remember they put them all together.
No, but like, okay, let's look at this, right?
Okay.
Model supplied with a 120mm square base and a 125mm round base. It's like, oh look, you guys are bringing square bases back, are you?
They never left. They are too lazy to remove.
No, because it used to be just square, and now the pack has been redone, and it's literally square or round. The clan rats, I bought clan rats. It was just square. Now they come with square and round. The
Yes, when I think I posted the picture when I bought the
storm vermin, yeah.
Yeah, the storm vermin come with both bases. Yes.
And it's amazing when you see that, because it's like, well, that's really weird. And one of our high elf players, you may have seen. Did you see the live stream we did with the painting the high elves?
I certainly not.
Well, he bought a bunch of boxes recently, yeah? And they all came with square and round bases, where he bought a few boxes previously to that, and they only came with round.
Okay. Right now, I'm holding, that's halfling pot, I will not speak about it, Rattling gun. Original Rattling gun. Metal, probably, again, from the glorious age of 1998. Square, and round. I did the misfortune and buy the Skyer Acolyte when they were €9, when I'm looking right now. Per one, before the rise, the first rise. I bought 3 of them, wishing that I would have all 3 of them. Didn't. But still, metal. In fact, like, you can go through the Skaven line and, like, what we have here. Okay, Gutter Runner, all. Plague Priest, that's Scroll.
Yeah, that's what really pisses me off. When you see the characters and they've just given this generic name, I'm like, no.
Claw Lord, Deadmaster. Goddammit, Engineers are the 1998 also. The Sensor Bearers. Oh, beautiful sculpt, don't get me wrong, also 1998.
The Night Runners, literally the old version of the Clan Rats, essentially.
Oh, goddammit, yes. Not even the Clan Rats, the Night Runners are in fact the slaves.
Yeah. Then the Rat Ogres, which we had a new sculpt, and then they never released it again.
Yeah. Oh, they ride. Oh, that's interesting. They make pack, Rat Ogres, Giant Rats, and Packmaster. For €32.
And do you see the sculpt of the Packmasters is essentially just a freaking Plague Monk.
Yeah. Is the Plague Monk with the catching pole.
That's literally the only difference.
And the other 2 with the whips are just Clan Rats with the whips. I will not talk about the Gisales.
Oh, they're freaking resin now, man.
Oh, yes. Okay, I didn't see this. They repack it and they selling the Gisales in a pack of 3 for €32. They are almost the same price as Screaming Bell. Oh, god damn it. Anger building inside me again. On the other hand, yes, they are beautiful sculpts. Outside of the weapon teams, because you can see the the beautiful old sculpt of the Skaven from the era. Because everything outside of the characters was looking like this god, lizard man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the Warp Fire Thrower, which mysteriously came back.
Because they don't have because they don't want to release the model from Blood Isles.
That's another one. It's like, that's pathetic.
Yes. Oh yes, one of the Pugmaster was there in the Blood Isles also with the Warpstone spear.
Yeah, I have like 8 of them in the house, and they're still primed. I have to paint them up.
And the balls on the GW when I open, for example, there was like this army, like someone's from the GW. You can see the fucking bits from the Blood Island.
Yeah.
And the new Red Ogres.
It's weird.
How you wanna, like, what do you want to say to someone new when he opened, for example, I think it was the Pestilent or one of the, in fact, the battle book for one of the army, and there is Skaven army versus even Skaven or something. There is literally the new model. And he doesn't have rules, he doesn't have anything. He's just there. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's just what they do best.
I think it's in the Skaven Tide, the Bugmaster is there for some reason.
Yeah.
The new one. I'm angry about Skaven. Only because I so fucking love them.
No, I totally get you. It's a thing with that. Oh, sorry about that.
And no, it's there are like it's the thing with I will come back to Age of Sigmar, but it's the thing with it. It started and they tried to like rush everything. Like we will need to do this, do that. Oh no, we need to fix this, fix that. And then, like I say, something happened, and now they decided, okay, let's back down. Let's just look it from the bigger picture. Okay, we don't need 7 factions of elves. Let's put them all together again. Let's put Skaven again back together, Beastmen back together, and let's look at the long haul. Like, I feel like there was old plan for Age of Sigmar to have literally for every faction have them own range, own soul, if you want to say, to become every like faction different. Like with the Skaven, like one friend said, Skavenize them. Like the same thing with the Scryer, Pestilent, Verminous, and for one, Molder.
Yes.
Like there are 4 completely different sculpts, if you want to say that. They have all completely different soul, every one of them.
Yeah.
And the same like when we go the old, High Elves, Dark Elves, Wood Elves. Okay. We are right now in Age of Sigmar. There are 2 kinds of Wood Elves. I think 4, 5 kinds of Dark Elves. And we don't talk about High Elves.
Of course not.
Like, okay, what the fuck? Excuse me. And I don't want to talk about the missing models. Like,
well, you know they've just taken more off now with the recent price hike, right?
yeah, I noticed. It's not that many, but I still notice few.
One of my Empire players, actually Alex, the kid who's been playing a few battle reports and so on, yeah?
Oh, that one. Yeah.
He messaged me going, "Oh, do you know what happened to the Empire cannon?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "Yep, it's gone."
Oh, don't fuck. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I see now. Because the Ironville Arsenal is no longer there.
Yeah, but that was always on the Free Peoples anyway. So it's like, well, that's fairly interesting, isn't it?
The cannon is there, but temporarily out of stock online.
Well,
and the Ogrin gun also.
No, the organ gun's going to be going soon. The problem is that they don't tell people, and the fact is, if they would have told people, like, oh, these are going last chance to buy, maybe people would buy it.
Like, communication of GW is legendary as always.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I still don't. Oh, I see. They merged the Iron Bell Arsenal with the Free People.
Mm-hmm.
Because the gyrocopters are here, even though they are the separate faction.
It's super weird. It's super weird. I mean,
Beyond.
We look at Elves now, right? And I'm scrolling down. And it's like, oh, that's fantastic. 42 different types of models. Some of them are usually packs that can be turned into 2 or 3 different variants.
Fun fact, the first model, Spellweaver, in resin, yes, but also one of the older models.
Yeah.
Both of the Spellweavers, in fact.
Yep. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Spell Singers, if I'm not mistaken. No, the
Spellweaver, yeah.
in Warhammer, in the fantasy battle, there are the Spellweavers, aren't there?
Yeah.
Spell
Singers, yeah.
But I think the first one, when the girl in T-pose, I think it's just a mage for girls. Anyway.
I've just scrolled down it. It's like, okay, so I'm going to look at High Elves because we've got players who are High Elves. We've got Lawmaster here.
So, High Elves, let's see.
There's no core.
We have Lordmaster, Archmage, Dragon Nobles, White Lion Chariot.
But there's literally no core.
Swordmasters.
They're not a core unit.
I would need to check, I think.
They were rare or special?
They are not. Yeah, they are the other. Yeah, they are no rare or special, they are other. Phoenix Guard are, if you play Phoenix Guard, like Phoenix faction. But you know why? Because the Spearmen are not here.
No Spearmen,
the Sea Guard.
no Lothran Sea Guard, no Archers, no nothing.
Yeah, they... Because, once again, Small Bird tell me there was plan for the big revamp of High Elves that got scrapped.
Mm-hmm.
Because they decided to go the long road. And so they will wait with the High Elves and in fact Dark Elves also when they come around to this big event when Slaanesh will try to break out of her prison.
Which is a shame because it screws over the players.
Yes, and just I also don't want to see the Matwort anywhere close to the book when it comes out.
Oh, he's going to be there. If there's a Dark Elf book, he's going to be there.
Also, funny thing, the Swordmasters. Do you see anything wrong with them?
Let me scroll up. Swordmasters. There we go. Yeah, it's super old.
Yeah, they also got a new model for Blood Island books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go on and on. There is many other. Not that many, but still.
You know what I find funny? And I'm not like gonna insult GW a lot here, but right, if you scroll down the elves, what do you mainly see?
At the bottom?
No, just throughout the whole elf list. What do you mainly see?
I see dark green and blue.
Well, yeah, it's kind of their colors. No,
I
like
few heroes, few chariot, few riders.
No. What I see,
few units,
is literally this. They're mostly on square bases.
Oh, wait, you're right. No, they are almost completely on the square base. Oh, no.
Yeah.
The dark riders, but.
And you know why, right?
Some. Yeah, because
they're too lazy to update their own website.
Yeah.
Because how long has Sigmar been out now?
For almost 4 years, I would say.
And for some reason,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. You look at the nomads, the wood elves. like the heroes. Only one of them, like only the prince is on the round basis on the picture.
Yeah.
Like okay, credit where credit due. Other units from Wood Elf range have the round basis, but that's only because they became rather popular at one point in the second edition.
I just find it funny, to be honest.
Fucking edgelords, case, and keys. That's what I see when I look at elves. As a hardcore dwarf player, I must say this offense.
Yeah, you need to hate them. You need to hate them.
I'm angry about elves.
It's still the War of the Beard, isn't it?
God.
But yeah.
I'm still waiting for the update on the dwarves in 5.
Yeah, we'll be waiting for years, won't we?
Until our beer will be as long as on the models.
Yeah. Or even longer so.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but it's just what happens.
Yeah. It's what we sign up for. Do you have any other interesting question?
No, I think we've been talking for quite some time. Actually, it's actually been an hour and 15 minutes since my...
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, what time is it over there in the Czech Republic then?
1:30.
Oh, right. So you're actually the same time zone as me.
Yeah.
Didn't notice that. Sometimes it's just super weird, you know. So it's like.
Yeah, you are Spanish, are you?
No, I'm British.
For some reason, I was believing you are from Spain.
No, I'm in the south of Spain because I'm in British Gibraltar, but I'm not Spanish.
British Imperium.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, until Spain it's the same time zone, and then for some reason Portuguese is the center zero. The time zones are fucking funny.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Not as much as GW. Well, it's the British system, so.
Aye, it's a cup of tea, and without them knowing, let's raise the price of a model by 10 quid.
Yeah.
Disappointing. It happens.
Yeah. Did you get the wind of there will be, in fact, a computer game in Age of Sigmar?
Yes, I've seen it on Steam, I want to say.
I think there is one that is that you can put on wishlist on the Steam, and second one that is hinted at that will be like the Age of Sigmar game. This one on the Steam, I think, is the Underworld, the skirmish wannabe, not skirmish wannabe, the Mordheim wannabe.
Yeah, wait, let me just... Sigmar. Age of Sigmar Champions just released in February this year, which seems to be a card game, so... Yeah.
I think not that. Where is my thing?
Then... I think my Steam just doesn't want to show anything. It's like, no, you're a fantasy player.
Warhammer Underworlds Online. It's called.
Oh, so it's not even called Age of Sigmar.
Nah, it's because the Warhammer Underworlds, it's their own copyrighted thing.
You know what I would love if they could try and copyright the word.
Warhammer.
Yeah, just in general, because obviously it's an actual medieval weapon. It's like, yeah, that's ours now.
You know what it is? They managed to copyright it in the sense of, I think, miniature production or some like. Because if you look, sometimes it have the little error.
Does it?
Not always. But I think I think they find a way, because it's GW. They always find a way to copyright something.
Yeah. Not Space Marine though.
They cannot. Even though it's probably no. I'm thinking about the logo probably. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. That's probably all I have for you.
no, that's perfectly fine. Basically, this was kind of fun actually because it's something different.
I Yeah, I am treasure trove of the many stories that I collected at my time from old players and new players, in fact. As because when I go to play, this is the thing that I'm sorry that I will a little bit dab in the politic at the end, but I heard from these interesting people that said that wargaming and Warhammer, in fact, is rather like white man hobby. I would disagree on simple principle that when I go to our little Prague club in my small country of Czech Republic, in middle of Europe, more closer to Russia, beautiful Slavs, we still have, now let's say it a little bit, we have Asian guy, a small African girl, African boy, in fact, uh, calculator that is also guy from I think China even.
Right.
We have collage from Europe. We have Germans, Spanish guy, British fellow, French drunk, um, Polish hope. God. Uh, like from all ages, every color of the rainbow. You would say,
Yeah,
and
it's the beautiful thing about
that
the hobby.
yeah, and there is no conflict. Everything is in peace. From communist to Nazi, from up to down, from left to right. Everybody with cup of beer and miniatures in front of them. We will beat each other in game. And if we even like there is no better place that I ever was in than in the wargaming club or tabletop club.
Yeah.
It's mining the smell. It's the it's the heaven on earth.
The communities together, I honestly, I see it every time when I travel. You get all different people, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
The only thing is, when they see women, they get fucking scared because apparently most of these hobbyists have
Oh,
never seen
not
women.
um, not really.
It happens here. It does because
N- yeah.
we have a lot of girls in the hobby locally, right?
Oh, yeah.
And if we go to an event or something, like I shit you not, right? Like, girl walks in and everyone's just like, woman. It's like, no, she's elf player, disgusting.
Good. Um, it's rare in here because for I don't know because Slavs, but in the club as it is, from that girl could be I don't know 16, 15 to literal mother in waiting, playing, painting. The goddamn girl is better than me, and you saw what I can do.
It's amazing when you see these types of people. It's just you always get there's always one weirdo in
And
the community though.
the that that little girl, child of fortune, got them win. I was in one tournament, a few tournaments, but the last one that I was in, she win against me completely. I could not help myself. I smiled the whole way. She just blew me out of the water. Not only me, also.
It's incredible when you see a young kid come in with an army
Yeah.
and you think, oh, it's a child, you know.
Oh, come here, easy points.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh
Then
no.
they bring up
Oh
this
no.
dirty list. I mean, we've had it recently. Alex, the young kid, right?
Yeah.
He's 16, and he's a big part of the channel. He's honestly so valuable to the channel. So
Yes, bright mind.
and now he's been writing terrifying lists, and I mean absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. The
It's a talent. It's a talent.
Yeah. On the note, I would like to add that on the GameCon, the fantasy festival I'm helping in,
Hmm.
a few years back, 2 years back, guy, I was playing my first time playing Kings of War. I was playing against 10-year-old. I never saw a better player in my life with such a lucky rolls and such a bright mind. I think if that child would dedicate his life to the hobby, we have like we have champion in for Czech Republic in the table wargaming.
Yeah.
I did you ever play Kings of War?
I gave it a little shot, and don't get me wrong, it's really cool. But
It's strange, yes.
it's
It's cool.
it's not my old world. That's the problem. I try loads of games, and I'm really honest here, because I get a lot of comments on YouTube. Oh, try out Kings of War. Try out this. Try out that. And
I wonder why.
and not I understand their reasoning for it, because obviously they stopped playing fantasy and stuff like that. And I really understand them, but it's not my old world.
Yeah. The bell is not ringing. It's not my old world.
Exactly, and I keep trying to tell them, and I understand them because they really push it, and I will probably feature a few games in the channel battle report or two,
Yeah.
because we've got friends here who've got an abyssal dwarf army, and then someone has an army from, I think, the Empire of Dust, I think is called. I think.
Isn't the Chaos Wannabe, I think?
No, they're the ones that are Tomb Kings, basically.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
And they look super cool, don't get me wrong. And we will feature it eventually, because, you know, at the end of the day, it might be fun to try out something different and stuff like that. But
Yeah, just feature it because the system is really fascinating. It's not for me.
yeah, no, it's a great
And-
game. The people who write the stuff are very good. I mean, I believe a few of the people who write for it used to be members of Games Workshop or something like that.
Yes, they are, in fact.
So obviously, I have a lot of respect for the game, but it's not my old world.
Yeah.
And I hope people don't get offended when I say that. Like, if anyone here from Mantic is listening, I freaking doubt that, considering I'm a very small channel. But, you know, you guys are doing amazing stuff. I love the models. I think some of your stuff is beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
But it's not my old world.
It's fascinating system, and it's in for example, Warhammer, you sometimes win on magic, sometimes win on shooting, sometimes in close combat.
No, I play Skaven. I always win because of magic.
Oh, yes. But in Kings of War, I'm fascinating. You win on movement,
Yeah.
like the positioning and such emphasis on it. It's fascinating. It's different, yes. And how, like I said many times, the bells are not ringing for Skaven or Skaven wannabe.
Yeah, I mean, what's the Skaven thing called?
I don't know, Rat something, I think. Under Empire, maybe. I don't remember. I know that they have like the Skaven wannabe faction, but from top of my head, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they've got Tomb Kings, they've got vampires, they've got ogres.
Yeah, they have everything.
Yeah.
Because they try to swoo the old Warhammer players when the 8th edition and the end of the 8th edition come.
But they've also got Sigmarines.
But do they now?
Yeah, I'm literally on their website right now.
Okay, it seems that I wasn't there for a long time.
Because they've got power armored things with wings and flaming swords. It's like,
Oh. Anyway, there is one other thing that I just remember when we talk about like the games that try to swoo the old players. 9th edition.
The Ninth Age, yeah.
9th Age, that's it.
That is a very good system, and To anyone listening to this point, because we've been talking for an hour and a half, I'm going to play it eventually. You guys don't need to mention it every single time. I'm planning on it.
Yeah. I played, in fact, before I switched back to the no, or back. Before I switched to Age of Sigmar, I played all. I tried to play Ninth Age. I religiously follow it, and maybe because of it, I really quickly at the time realized what they tried to do. They first tried to do like plain field,
Yeah.
like everything on the same. At the time, everything felt like the Empire. Literally, you can play everything, and it felt like Empire. And they then after that tried to, like, thanks to the feedback and such, like balance it so the every faction have their own feeling. And at the time when I was at it, it doesn't feel right. It was wrong because the bias was there
Yeah.
and it was really bad. And the bias didn't fade away, and I was waiting 1, 2, 3, 4, half of a year, and then I say, okay, that will not change. I don't know. Okay, it's been almost a year, year and a half that I was last look into a 9.8.
I'm actually going on the website right now.
It could be completely different because it is a noble concept to have the community writing the rules, almost community. But there was some biases on every side of the coin. So I don't know how is it right now. Half a year ago, I heard some horror stories, but still, that's 9 months, 6 months that I heard it last, and that's a long time that I heard it last.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and everything looks really, really good. Yeah.
Power to them, like everything that it is the closest that we can get to the 9 edition that we can. It's sad, but it is.
It's the ridiculousness of I understand what they're doing, right? And I have respect for them for that.
Yeah.
But, and I'm being very honest once again, it's not my old world.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna get a few people pissed off because I said that.
No, it's. If they would be pissed off by that comment, I think they would be pissed off by this whole video.
No, there's always someone that's pissed off when I do a video.
Yes, I understand why.
And the problem is, I'm not trying to antagonize anyone. I really aren't.
There is no reason to.
Yeah, but like people seem to see it as like. I mean,
like you said yourself, you are in, for example, Age of Sigmar group.
Yeah.
But you didn't have a game from the time that you joined.
No, nobody had a game.
Okay, no, even. And on the other coin, all the groups that were there when the Warhammer Fantasy was around, still playing strong.
Still playing strong because it is part of their world. Like I've got people who moved on to 40k, which was a good option considering 40k, yeah?
Yes.
And they've literally said, because I came up with that theory, I think it was about 6 months ago or something, yeah? And I said, oh, what if Warhammer Fantasy Battles came back?
Yes.
So what happened there? Basically, I came up with a theory on how it could happen, what could happen, and so on and so forth. And the really interesting thing about that was people got pissed off because I said, what if it came back?
Hopes and dreams, and yeah.
And I've got people here who said these locals, they play 40k quite exclusively. They do tournaments and stuff, and they said, "Oh, if fantasy ever came back, I'll sell off my 40k armies and go back to fantasy."
Yeah. It's so fascinating that it would be so easy to do that. And still, like, instead of keeping the world, they decide to break it apart, break it completely, and say.
But it's not, is it?
"Hey."
That's the thing. Wait, look.
No, the world is destroyed.
No.
The core of the world is in the Sigmar room, and he look at the core of the old world. From the old world, only thing that remains is the core, and the winds of magic that took on its own.
Yeah, but
And yes, they still selling the square miniatures for the square bases for some reason, and there is the legacy rules.
no, not only that, it was in a book very recently, or a while back. But didn't Teclis go to the old world at one point?
What Teclis do, because Teclis is mad ward of the Phantom.
No, but didn't he go, like, this is Teclis in Age of Sigmar, he went back to the old world at one point? Because that's how they ended up getting Slaanesh, didn't they?
Not really. They got Slaanesh because we know how, from the guys who know how the elves ended up. The Slaanesh ate them all. Slaanesh after that got so fucking fat that Nurgle was jealous, and she became in fact the most powerful of the Chaos Gods for a while, and unbalanced the game. So the few surviving elves that survive put together a rather crazy plan, and they waited for some times, and then these elves got their godlike powers, and then because Slaanesh was so not caring, they snatch her away. That's it.
There's something, I know I read something about him.
There was, I think there was some old story even with like Teclis going back with Celestian Prime and something else and snatching it back. But from what I read from the new Hiddenet, it was literally because Slaanesh was so fucking bored because she was so powerful that literally Zinch helped the elves to snatch her away. That's literally how it happened.
I don't know. I'm trying to find it, right? I'm trying to find it in. I'm searching online as we're talking.
Where is my totally legit Book of Hiddenet? You on the phone?
Right, I can't find it, and we'll probably have like a follow up in the future.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, probably we can discuss it after the show or maybe later.
Because I'm pretty sure there was mention of either Teclis or someone going back to the world that was through some timey-wimey Doctor Who nonsense.
Yeah, because Teclis is right now Chronomancer, in fact.
So Teclis is Doctor Who now?
Oh, yes.
Does he kidnap random women?
Who knows, maybe. He, in fact, created Deepkin. I don't have a Deepkin, so who knows?
No, yeah, because I heard about that and I was looking at it like, you know.
From what I know, Teclis, when they tried to pulling out the souls from Slaanesh, they tried to mold the bodies for them, and it fell to Teclis to make something. he created something. Then he created the I don't know.
All right.
At the same time, when the Morathi created her superior at the time, um, the snake ones and the one with wings elves
Yeah.
from her cult. Then Teklas was so ashamed that he put the Idonep in the deep, and he created the high elves or the elves, the proper one. That was the okay. This is the good ones. He gave the formula to Malekith and her mother, and that's how you get the normal uh, elves for Kane and probably for the Dark Elves. And then he created also the high elves, his version for his brother. That are probably a little bit superior because high elves. Because Teklas. Also, he probably fucked up many things, and also he created, these high fantasy doodads things that Sigmar use, these technomantic things
Um,
with
I'll
gears and
I'll
such.
be very honest. My lore in Sigma is
Okay,
very limited.
okay. Look at every picture that is with Age of Sigmar. There are with some. Okay,
What, the Sigmarines?
Sigmarines also, but let's go back to the store. I said let's go back to the store. There is one. Yeah, funny thing about for example, the Elariel. How Elariel got her elves. She said, "Fuck you, Teclas." She took her batch of souls from Slanesh and literally put them in the trees. That's how you get the uh, Sylvaneth.
Well, that makes.
So yeah. Also, when and then that's how you get Wanderers, because when Teclas managed to stabilize the formula and send the elves to the Elariel, she was like, "Okay, live with me." But when the Age of Chaos happened, the elves just book it from the realm of life, so she is not really happy with them, and that's why wood elves are wanderers now, because they try to like redeem themselves. Let's see, scenery, all scenery in the motion of Sigma. No, all scenario. Where it is, where it is.
I'm still trying to figure out if I can freaking find.
Wait, what? Okay, maybe like I'm thinking about specific thing, and almost all of the Age of Sigmar and all of the depictions. God damn it. Accessories maybe? No. Tactical objectives, yes, this. Um in when you like look at, for example, okay, this piece of terrain, or one of these objective markers, there is this like star in the sphere thing.
Right, just
And
to tell
yeah, yeah.
everyone, we are looking at the.
We are Warhammer Age of Sigmar Shattered Dominion objectives, and this is the one that looks like fontaine, like
Yeah.
this semi-mechanical thing. This is what Teklas made. These are like ancient relics that Teklas make for Sigmar and for the realms. In fact, the whole campaign, the new campaign for Age of Sigmar with the Sigmar Vaults, is surrounded around the Sigmarin vaults from Sigmar that are shrouded by Teclus's inventions and such. So he created these arcane doodas that fucked with reality. So there is possibility that he probably went back in time, maybe to get something that helped with capturing of Sonash. We probably see when the High Elves Teclus's army will release. Also, I'm still really dumbfounded why the fuck I don't have Deepkin have Milan.
What?
Why I don't give Deepkin have Milan, like the idol of Milan, the god of the sea from the old world.
Really?
Yeah, from what I gathered and saw, it's the same with the Daughters of Cain. It's like their deity that is not existing because it's dead. But they still believe it. Probably
Oh,
because
right. No. Yeah, I thought you said Malal, not Manan.
Yeah.
Sorry, no. I got confused. I was like,
No.
Oh
no, not the Milan, the god of chaos.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, what?
God of pure chaos. No, not the.
All right.
Yeah.
So what I imagine is because Teclis took over from Mathlan or something like that, if I'm correct.
Probably. Maybe. I think it's the same with the Marathi when she say, "I am the High Oracle of Cain," even though Cain is not existent, and all of the worship of the Cain goes to her and empower her. So I think this is the similar thing that they believe in the god of the sea, even he is probably not present, and all of the worship go to probably Teclis because high elves,
Because high elves.
High elves, because goddamn fucking high elves. Oh, that I cannot wait.
Well, what we're gonna do now is we're probably gonna end the chat because we've been talking for.
I think we bullshit a long time for now.
Well, this works out because if anyone's stuck off for almost 2 hours, unfortunately I wasn't able to do my lore video for Sunday. Some things have come up, so this is perfect to have as some filler content. I want to do more community chats too, so if you do want to take part in a community chat video, we can talk about your experiences with hobby and so on, as Mr.Pot has done. Just join the Discord group and send me a message. We can organize something. It does take a while for me to reply sometimes because I'm just in auto mode and like everything's just a bit horrible when it comes to Discord. I don't get any notifications anymore. It's super weird.
Huh.
I don't know if I did something by accident or something, but like I don't get it on my phone either.
Like on YouTube or on Discord?
On Discord and YouTube. Like sometimes I don't get my responses and stuff like that. I don't understand it. Like people respond to it, and I don't see it until days later. It's like, well, that's super weird.
That's really weird. I cannot help you with that.
Yeah, it's honestly super bizarre. But whoop!
Yeah.
I almost turned the video on by accident because I was
Oh,
trying to reply to someone.
Yeah. Maybe it would be good to mention that it's almost 2 in the morning, and maybe if the listener is thinking, why these guys are bubbling so much, and why are there so like long pauses in speech?
Yeah, we're shattered.
We are shattered. We are tired, and like how we go for 2 hours. How do I even like? Should I call you like Great Book or
Just call me Nathan. I always say my name on.
Nathan? Yeah, Nathan. See, like it's 2 in the morning. I'm start to forgetting things.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, and I'm completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, I think this is the sign.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to listen to us rant and ramble for about 2 hours. Thank you, Mr. Pot, for taking part in this. We've had this plan for a while, but hey, these things take a while to actually get sorted, don't they?
Yes.
But this should be cool.
Like and subscribe.
Aye.
like,
Like,
like and subscribe.
I'm not saying it. That was all him, you know. But yeah.
Donate to the Patreon. Subscribe with Twitch Prime.
Actually, I've got to get my Twitch sorted. You know, I literally used it today just to subscribe to Azathan after I streamed to him. And it's like,
yeah,
it's super weird because I've had it for months and I've just not used it. I mean, I've got 12 followers. It's like, yay, I'm famous.
I think I have 8 from the time I'm stream Mordheim. My God,
That was a great game.
That game. Oh, I love it. I have like 200 hours.
That's super cool.
Or more. Oh my! I still don't finish it. I have so many hours and I still didn't finish it.
That's super cool.
I love it. I love it to the bits.
But yeah,
yeah.
We should probably end it because like if I don't get some sleep soon, I'm.
Tomorrow because like I said, I have the GameCon the next week, and I will. If anyone is from Middle Europe and want to join, he can.
Actually, if you could give me a link about the event, I can post it in the comments.
Yeah, we have the English version probably somewhere. I will give it to you.
Cool.
But I will be there not only as a main organizer for Wargaming, but also I will lead few of the painting courses we have there.
Yeah.
And so tomorrow I will have my test run with few of my colleagues from work. So that will be also interesting.
That should be cool.
I will post some photos on Discord maybe.
Awesome. Yeah, I look forward to it.
Oh my God. That's interesting.
But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate everything and all the support lately. It's been absolutely insane. I've had massive jump of subscribers lately. It's absolutely strange. So, like, honestly, your support means the world. It really, really does to me. And I can't say thank you enough, I guess. So, with that, have a lovely day, and I shall see you all again very, very soon.
See ya.